In Iron Man 1, the Mark I, it was the suit of armor that Tony Stark wore to bust himself out of that cave. The reason that suit was believable as a piece of hardware was because of the combination of ILM's digital work and, of course, the Stan Winston Group's practical work. It's fun to see the suit come together. And when you see Robert Downey Jr. in the suit, that's really the best part.
My turn.
Red Skull is a supervillain that all other supervillains were based on afterwards.
The Red Skull essentially uses the world conflict of World War II as a distraction to take over the world and even beyond that.
And we wanted incredible design for the Red Skull itself that looked scary but not grotesque. And it's very off-putting and strange, but looks completely real. We knew we were on our way to having a great villain. Mark 7 in Avengers is sort of the mobile deployment suit. Tony is able to suit up anywhere, anyhow.
Deploy! Deploy!
I love that moment because I love seeing Downey react in that position. He's trying to figure out what to do and how to survive for these mere moments before the suit gets there. So it's fun to see Robert's performance, to see how he can overcome. The Mandarin had been at the top of every list for each Iron Man movie. And in fact,
Going back to Iron Man 1,
he was a part of every draft until about 3 months before we started filming. With Iron Man 3, Sir Ben is spectacular. It's the very first day of shooting. He said, I've been working on this voice, let me try it.
You'll never see me coming.
And we all didn't know what to think at first. And we started laying it into picture and said, my God.
it's astounding.
Ready for another lesson.
In Thor, The Dark World, it was really about redefining what an action scene with this hammer could be. Chris Hemsworth spends half the movie in these incredible action scenes and the incredible choreography of stunt work involving this hammer. And Chris just kept doing it. It is CG only a handful of times, much less than we initially thought we'd use, because Chris was so agile with the hammer. There are alien races in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and one of those characters is named Ronan The Accuser. Ronan The Accuser is one of the most popular and famous Marvel villains in the comics. The makeup was a process, and the combination of that makeup and Lane's performance meant we enhanced it much less than we were planning. The minute he appears on screen is as if he just stepped out of the comics.
You stand accused.
Hulkbuster is an iconic piece of Iron Man tech, and it was always something that we would talk about. You know, when can we use that suit? And in Iron Man 3, our amazing team designed sort of an homage to the Hulkbuster suit. And at a certain point, Joss said, forget the homage to the Hulkbuster suit, we're gonna do it in Age of Ultron. So you have this great sequence, which is a Hulkbuster suit fighting a Hulk, tearing apart a city. It looks incredible. Ant-Man, we had what we call the macro photography unit, where we spent weeks and weeks filming the tiniest details within bank vaults, within the tile work of bathrooms, within pipes. And we had these cameras that were full 4K digital cameras, but had lenses this big. And so much of that was not only reference for us for the VFX sequences, but we also used. And that adds a level of realism that you've never seen before on that scale. There's a scene at the beginning of Civil War where Captain America has to stop Crossbones from getting this bioweapon.
Pack it up.
It's a great joy on any of our productions when you get to walk on set the first time and see a character come out. Frank came on set in that costume for the first time. Everybody responded to him as clearly being this unbelievably iconic character. In this film, Infinity War, we had Josh Brolin on set as Thanos interacting with other actors for the very first time ever.
Bring it to me.
And you can feel the excitement, even with the crew. There is just something chemically awesome about seeing these different characters come together for the first time. Is one of the great joys of making this movie.